Alright everyone, brace yourself. Oh jeez Christ. This is not going to be fun. Oh my god. Alrighty, we can see it's 64 and 1. 64 and 1 what? Oh god, this isn't going to be fun. Apparently on the controller it says Ultimate 64 and 1 Action Games, and on the title screen it says 64 and 1. So apparently they were too lazy to actually put the full title of the game system, and too lazy to actually put the logo of Excalibur on it. And we can get a little bit closer with that. So apparently they were too lazy. Oh boy, we can see this is going to be great. Well, before we go any further, the controls itself, select start, D-pad, joystick, whatever you want to call this. Reset button X A B Y. So let's go in a little bit closer. X A B Y. Reset, which is in a really bad place, but yet again comfortable at the same time. Select start. Dumbass D joystick. And well, you know what? Let's just show you. So we're going auto. Oh god, of 64 games, we're going to play just slightly a little bit of each one. Here's Firebase. And obviously one player mode is bad enough. This one's surprisingly not so bad. It's actually a pretty decent game. Although I can probably stand in one spot and not die ever. Well, I take that back. I died. But I didn't even fucking blow up. I didn't even blow up. Did anyone notice that? I didn't even blow up. Let's try this again. Hold on. Killing me. That's what you call an explosion? Okay. Lazy ass son of a bitch. Okay, racing fighter. This sounds cool, and you got a jeep with a gun. And I can shoot. That's a good sign. But it's on a 64 and 1 game system. Portable thingy. You got fuel and everything, so it's basically another knockoff. All these games are knockoffs of other games that are big games. And I did that on accident. Okay. So you can keep dying, apparently. The only thing it does is consume your time and fuel. Not really so much a fuel, it makes you reset yourself, and the fuel tank goes down each second. So it's kind of like the fuel is basically your timer. So instead of it being called the fuel, it should actually probably be called timer or time limit or something. So it's not too bad. A little bit hard, but then at the same time pretty easy compared to some of the other games we're going to come across in this thing, I bet you. Alright, boring. Alright, C-Made. That one actually passes my review, just because it's not the worst I've ever seen on the system. C-Made. What the hell is this? And why am I always swimming up? Look at this. What the fuck? Okay, let's see. Can all the games use the joystick? Yeah, all the games can use the joystick. Can I touch these people? So what's the point of them if I could touch them? Does anything hurt me in this game? Oh my god. It's one of those games where you just go across and collect things. And what am I doing? I don't get it. What are these bubbles for? They do anything? So I pop the bubbles. I'm popping bubbles. I go around collecting gold, and I pop bubbles, and I can't die. It's always a great sign when you can't die in a game. Stage 2, I've already made it. It would have took me about 5 seconds. Oh, fuck this game. Alright, skateboarding. This can't be bad. I actually like this one. Just, I don't know why, the music is very charming. Do, 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 do. It's also ripped off from something, but what? I've been trying to figure this out for a while. I have no idea what... I know it's ripped off of something, so... Oh, God. It's the controls, but I'm using the D-pad, thankfully. Thankfully. I said thankfully. Right, let's try this again. Come on. So it's always smart to go to the left. And actually, in the... obviously, the car is very smart and likes to follow you. So is the space alien. I don't understand that. What does the car have to do anything with the space aliens? So apparently the car is just chasing him for the fun of it, or trying to save his life. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Does he look like an alien, or is it just me? Hold on, let's see. What the hell is that supposed to be? He kind of has like alien eyes. Reset button. Well, only number 5. This is going to take forever. High jump. So we can hold the one button. And we did the high jump. Cool, whatever. Not very appealing to me at the moment. Javelin. I'm assuming it's much of the same thing. Besides with the same concept of throwing. I did it. I'm a superstar. Alrighty. Starfighter. Oh god. Why would they make the ships pink and orange? Who thought that was a good idea? How did I die? How did I die? How? Let me see this. How did I die? I didn't even get touched. Oh, you know what? Fuck you. Never mind. I don't know if all of you can see that, but I didn't get touched by the thing. And it's a lying sack of shit. You know what? You false start. It's the same thing. We all know what that is. Diamond. So some of these games are going to save time by just rushing through. Oh, this is much like Breakout. It's actually pretty good. I like this one. This one passes. But though when you press the A button, it stays in one place. It like freezes. Almost like a glitch. And it's the only button that does that. Look at this. I can't move now. But when I don't, I can move. It still passes. It's a very good game. Compared to all the other ones. Hot Racing. Yeah, Corvette looking car. Don't think they had the copyright to that part of it though. And not too bad. You get speed, you get reversing, stuff like that. Or revving. I'm guessing that means speed. So you can go 400 miles per hour or kilometers per hour. But to say that was quite a bit. 400 kilometers an hour makes a little bit more sense than 400 miles an hour. So whatever. Boring game. Don't even care. Beach ball. Because we've... What? Of all things to think when I see beach ball, I didn't really think this. Oh, it's another one of those games. I get it. Does anyone understand what I'm talking about when I say this? Let's see. The big bubble kills me, yes. This is one of those fish games where the little fish has to eat the little fish. The big fish eats the big fish. Besides with the bubble. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm super bubble. Can I eat that? No. Fuck you. Let's try this again. I don't know if I could... You know, I don't care. I like fish, motherfucker. I don't like beach balls. Or bubbles. Yeah, why is it not called Bubble Ball? Oh, Battleship. Yay, that looks fun. I like Battleship, but I don't want it to be a fucking video game. Stupid. Bubble. If I did, I would play it on my little portable one that I have. Which I'll show later in another review. It'll be another quick review. So, I can turn different sides by pressing these two, and then I can shoot like that. I must say, I've never played this one. This one's actually pretty weird. What the hell? What is wrong with the fish? What is wrong with the fish? And you can only turn around when you're not moving. What's that? Let's see what this does. What the hell was that? So apparently this fish can't actually touch the bottom, because they're not bottom feeders. Or maybe they are, and maybe that's the problem. I have no idea. Bubble. Oh, so this one's called Bubble, and that's why they couldn't call it... What? That's the same one. So Bubble is... There couldn't have been a little bit more. Never mind. Racing. Again, using kilometers. So apparently this was made in Europe. I don't see this being made in the United States and using kilometers. So that's something. So are we really that stupid, Europeans, to make games like this? Well, we didn't really make it, we copied them and just changed maybe minor things. But you know what I mean. I don't remember what year this came out, and then I'll tell you at the end of the review, or I'll put it in the captions. So, this one passes, it's actually pretty good. The other one's Dune War. And again, you have to scroll all the way down, it takes forever. Oh great, another one of these kind of games. I'm not playing any more of that. Warfront. Oh, for Christ's sake. This is one of those games I'll never find anyone in, is it? So I'll have to use the radar again down there. Time I get there, see what the person looks like. All that for a floating helicopter. Oh, God. Yay, he exploded. Very choppy, very slow, very boring. Not worth anyone's time, not worth anyone's money. Right, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, one of these buttons does something. Whatever, no one cares. I don't care. You don't care. And if you do, you can go buy the thing yourself. And another game of Battleship, yeah, because that makes the most sense. But this time with houses. Which I must say is probably the most original idea of Battleship in the first place. But why is it called Cruiser? Oh, it's not Cruiser. Huh. You know, I'll have to look at the title for that last one. Or maybe you guys could take a look at that, because I don't feel like going back. But we'll have to go through it anyway. Not a bad game. This one actually passes. I like this. This is pretty fast-paced and decent. Not choppy at all. The joystick is a piece of crap. So I wouldn't even recommend using it for any of the games. Bomb King. Huh. That's what the houses was called. Dinosaur 1, number 20 out of 64. Oh. A retarded dinosaur? I think this one's a little bit of a inappropriate game, don't you think? You've got a baby throwing... Who knows what he's throwing? Oh, great. Lightning bolts kill me. Okay, well, I was trying to get the banana, you fucking fool. And then the baby turns into a zombie. Or an alien or something. What's up with the jittery? Like, what is up with the jittery, freaking high-looking alligator? Or whatever that is. Lizard, alligator. Looks terrible. Oh, he's bugging out. I told him not to worry about that too much, but he did it anyway. And I told him not to go smoke some of that, but he did it as well. I told him to go screw himself, and he finally did. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. And look at the fucking baby. The baby loves it. Okay, anyway. Ghost Palace. That's something too. Ghost Palace. The music's also stolen. I don't know what we're doing in the game. And it takes forever to... Oh, God. No joke, I was pressing all the buttons and it took that long to get me to go back on the screen. Oh, you actually do shoot the fire? Oh, some of the fire you can shoot. No, I have got no patience for you. Hit mouse. Cool, we're hitting mouses. I don't see mice. That doesn't look like a mouse. Does not look like a mouse. Does not look like a mouse. There's what do they call moles? Is that mouses? Why don't they just call it hit mole? Is that so hard? And what the fuck is with the... Never mind. Why would there be corn stalks coming out of the holes? That's all I want to know. And why they look so gay with the shaking hand thingy. Whatever, they don't have hands, but you know what I mean. And if you don't... Oh, I like this one. This one's a pain in the ass. I actually played this one time for 20 minutes straight when I was stoned. On my mind. Illegally, yes, I know. I don't do that stuff anymore. But... Anyway, I was... And I was so stoked on trying to beat this, and I got so pissed off and almost broke the controller. It's one of those games you have to have a memory for. And I don't have a memory, so that doesn't work. So that was Motorboat. It's got a resistance. Or resistance. Resistance. Again with the stupid... Oh, this one's actually decent, but... At least I'll get somewhat of an explosion this time. Okay, so it's a clone of the very first game, so it's a little bit better. So some of these are actually clones off of the same game they made. Shot put. How do we play this one? No one cares. I don't care how to play it. Spa. That sounds fun. Oh, it's just like that one game. It's stolen music too from the same game. They must have not copyrighted that. We all know what game this is. I just can't remember what it's called. Dun, dun. It's the boxing game. This was one of the first looking boxing games, if I remember right. So this isn't the one. It's just the exact same music and everything. Everything's the same besides the characters. I actually do like the characters better than this in this one for the fact that I have no idea what they are. They actually look pretty cool, but I have no idea what they are. Again, they're like their own little species. Devil Rider, 27. We're 27 people over 64. And we're already 14 minutes into this. And I'm still rushing. And I can't get through all these, I bet you. But I'm going to try. Into hitting a box, eh? Okay, swerve around, and get away from these. Ah, okay, who cares? No one, that's who. The people who made the games don't even care. Transmission. So, quite boring. Collect something, don't get hit. Let's see, let's try a little bit more, but it's not fair to just assume everything. So then we go in the whirlpool. Oh, I like this one. It's not bad. You move quite slow and sluggish, but that's about it. It still wins in consideration. Twin cards. What? It's a memory game? They fucking put a memory game on here. Only thing I have to say is I do like the character on the left hand side of the screen. And the timer, it's kind of cute too, it's got legs. Anyway, other than that, the game sucks. But thank you for the attempt to make it a good game by throwing in cute characters. I paused the game, okay. So you can pause the games, obviously. I didn't know that, but now I know that. So you can shoot, if I ever shoot. You press the D-pad to shoot. It's kind of stupid. You should be able to press all the buttons since there's only one thing you can do in this game, which is actually shoot. Well, let's see if I can get one to hit in the middle. No, of course not. Let's try one more time. That was close. I don't care. Okay, sudden strike. And what, 31. Another one of those find them and kill them, and look how fast they go and look how slow you go kind of game. Very jerky. It's even worse than the other one. Only difference is how many colours. And another hurdles game. Well, it's not it's the same besides with jumping over hurdles. We don't care, we have no time for this. Ooh, this looks like it could be promising. We're shooting spaceships. Not too bad, I guess. Looks like he's kind of rocking out to a Guitar Hero or something, but... And why has he got to be so fat? I have no idea. Guess he's been staying too long at the arcade. And level 2, what's different? Wow, that was gay. Anyway, and again, gay is in stupid, not gay is in the other way. Air power. Right. It's one of those overhead aerial view games, shoot at things on the ground. Not much to shoot at on the ground, is there? Oh, you don't really shoot anything at the ground, you shoot these flying things. No, I can't even hit? What? I can't even hit? Oh. Okay, now you know I was hitting it before that. Yeah, we don't care. And now that was probably the worst game on the system so far. Because it's not much of a game if you don't even have anything to shoot at, now is it? Farmer Maze. Okay, the idea is not to box yourself in, which I did apparently. You get 3 tries or something. So you get 3 tries, or... You get 3 times where you can actually dig to make your way to the exit, which is like a cheat. But I guess you could just go this way, couldn't you? Oh no, you have to get all these. I get it. I get it. So then you have to dig. It's actually pretty fun. But I've actually died, and there's no way I can win. Yes, there is. I lied. Good. I did good. I didn't do great, I did good. Presumably, if I didn't have to dig so much, I would have been great. So, Box World. Ah, that's like the old Bomberman game, or Boxman game, whatever it was called. Where you move the... And as you can hear in the background, Verishoka. That's pretty cool too. Bugs. Bugs. Oh god, a tank game using bugs. Oh god, I must say it's original in the sense that the bugs and it's actually creeping me out at the same time. And now they got cockroaches. Of course, it's what all kids want to play with, cockroaches. That are acting like tanks, and they buzz around. What in the hell is that supposed to... What? What? Wait, what? I'm not doing anything, but it's going in weird directions. So apparently you can't go down in this game. It just doesn't allow you to, so you can go left and right. Left and right, and that's all you have to choose from. Then how do you go down? Okay, now I went down. I don't know what I did. This is stupid. No, that was probably the stupidest game for the system. Just because it makes no sense at all. Okay, that was called Bump. So apparently you need to bump yourself into them. Burrow Explorer. Oh, great. Just when we thought the game system couldn't get any worse, now they turn off all the lights on us. Oh my god. Enemies you can't see until you get to them. In a game where there's no lights. Can you kill? Can you kill in this game? Anything. You can't kill anything in the game, so how is there a way to win? It's a memory game, motherfucker. It's a memory game. This makes no sense at all. Alright, so... oh my god. Trying to remember the whole screen every time you want to complete a level. Oh my god. Cute fish. Alright, hopefully this is good. Oh, it's not really a cute fish, but... what's that pair of undershorts doing on here? A screw in a ring. Okay, I can understand the ring. Why the undershorts? And let's go with the retarded looking Down syndrome turtle, just for the fun of it. We're using the turtle as bait for fish? Are you kidding me? Since when did the animal kingdom go mad? And oh my god. We're using a turtle to catch a fish. Now, I'm no expert on fishing, I just don't think many people do that. One of those egg drop games. I actually like these games, but that looks a lot like, you know what it looks like a lot to me? It looks like in Rocky 4, where the robot comes out talking, and it looks a lot like that mixed with the Predator from the Alien Predator series or the Predator series. If you can take that as you will. I'll have to rush through. We're at number 42. I'm already 20 minutes and 43 seconds into this. First Defender. This is pretty basic. Very good idea for a game. Very unique shapes. I don't know what the globe is, and then the other one looks like a squid. Reminds me of a lot of those old horror movies. The stupid ones, the ones that weren't very well made, but they had like not cute, but not very scary creatures that were trying to kill the town. I don't know if can you die from those? Yes, you can, and you get plenty of lives. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at Fish War. And this is another one of those fish games where you eat the fish and get bigger. And it's obvious. This one actually looks a lot better because you actually get the standardized animals, or the animal fish in the game, which is a lot like the original game, which is good. Always a good sign when the original stays true. Or you stay as close as possible to the original. I like this one. This is nice. Killing bugs in a plant garden. That's a decent idea. Very much like that one. It's probably one of the better ones out of all these. Grot Kid. I don't know where I got war from. You're going around getting ice cream sandwiches and you're a fat boy. I don't know what the word grot means, but apparently it means fat. And if it doesn't, this game is misleading, and I learned something totally bogus. And when you get burned, you turn into an angel. An alien-looking angel. Okay, cool. 46 Goblet Tower. I remember this one. This is so stupid. I have no idea how to play these kind of games. The idea is to stack them all in the middle, just the way you see it right there. That is the idea. If I remember right. Let's see. I don't know how to do this. I've actually tried many times and I could not get it. So, and you can't stack you have to have them like this. Hold on. No. Oh, actually, yeah. Put that there. This goes over here. And you can't do that. You can't do that. I have no idea. Ignore my stupidity. Bugs War. What is everything with war and bugs? I think that the Bugs War game with the... what is this? Bomb? I can't even do anything. Look at this. Oh, all that to wait till you can actually play the game. So it's a memory game again. They must really love these memory games, don't they? You know, that's not a bad idea. It's the same idea as the house game, and the same idea as the what do you call that game? Whatever. It's the same idea as the Battleship game, but it's just a little bit better. It's a one-step better game. Oh, one of these kind of games, eh? You know, I've never actually played a game just so much like this. This is an extreme idealist version of a platformer, in the sense of, literally, that's all you do. Just wait for the platform to come, press the button, and hope you land on it. Huh. And I do like the main character. A little bit slow with the jerking up of the screen, and a little bit slower than it should be. This is a pretty good idea for a game. I don't know if they've ever done it before. I've never played one of these kind of games, but that is a great idea. So, not a bad idea. I think that's a pretty good game, and I'd like to see a real game like that. Not one of those ones, but a real game, yes. And it's called Jumping Kid. This one's Motor Rally Racing. Hopefully with motorbikes, yep. This is a lot like Rad Racer, mixed with the 2D mode. In Rad Racer, you can actually press the select button and make it 3D. Well, this is a lot like that. Besides, mixed with half and half. Mixed with the normal mode of the game and the main character being in 3D land. Which, what I mean is, he's purple and green. And purple, and then they got the green characters. Which is kind of how it looks if you're playing in 3D and Rad Racer. So, kind of like stealing an idea, but also making a unique long jump. No one cares. Jump long. Pinball. Let's try that one. I don't remember this one too well. Oh, great. It's actually a pinball game, yeah. You have to push down on the D-pad to get the ball to go. That's not a good sign. Already an idealist cheap game, and nothing really moves. Look at that. Looks like little tiny arms. And the controls are... I have no idea what the controls are, but they're very sluggish and very out-timed. You can see that. Terrible. Not worth playing, not worth even looking at. Triple jump, you jump 3 times. Okay, no one cares. Magic Place, yeah. Magic Place, eh? What's this? I've never played this one either. So this is a lot like Bomberman, besides you can't actually blow things up. Don't know what kind of game I'm actually trying to convince myself, but you want to get these stars. I don't know what these do. Thought there was teleports, but they're not. Don't know what they do, but I'm going to get killed. Oh yes, I am. So, not a very good game at all. Not a bad game in the sense that it's better than some of these have been, but... Route 16. This one's actually pretty unique. It's a big rip-off, though, as well. Where am I at? That's the biggest problem with this one I have, is that you're the little blue one, but when you first play this game, you'd never know that. Or at least you wouldn't really think about it. You're trying to get all these flags before the time runs out. It's actually a very fun game. And they actually do number the sections of the buildings, so it's not so hard. But it is a very pressing game for time. Here's a game called Puzzle. Yeah, well, I'm puzzled already. It's one of those games where you have to move them and do something with them, isn't it? You have to get them in order, that's what it is. See? You move them left and right, I don't care. Very boring. There's not even pictures on that one. That's a poor excuse for a game. Why would you not even put a little bit of a picture on the game when you know you could do it if you've done it with all the other ones? Another memory game. How surprised am I? So I'm looking for him, right? That's a green fish. I did it the first time and it didn't work. Oh, there we go. Who cares? Okay. So it's another memory game. Here's a game called Skeet Shooting. We all know this one. It's the basic one. It's almost the exact same, so there's no point in showing it. Strife. Oh god, another one of these ones, eh? I do like the enemies in this game. They look ripped off as well, but they're kind of cutesy, but at the same time have an appeal, like a demonic looking appeal or something. I like when you shoot them how their head kind of... Oh, this one changed colour. Very slow and very sluggish. Not that great. Didn't impress me. What? 59, everyone. 59. We're getting somewhere now. With somebody, finally. Skiers, speed, we'll put it on. Let's just see. Holy crap, you can go higher? Okay, fine. 15 is the limit. We'll go at 15. And course 2. And skiers, we'll make it 4 or 1. Start. Oh, that was pointless and very boring. Oh, now he's going fast. Now he's not. One of those kind of downhill games and not very fun. I can't say I'm very surprised. I guess I could, but I won't, because it's not true. The Farmer. Another farming game. Ooh. This is a mad farmer who has Indiana Jones's outfit stored out for himself. You have to use the D-pad instead of the buttons, and you're trying to hit the sheep, I think. I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't care. We'll press for time. This is almost an exact replica of the other one. The one that I was ripping off of Rad Racer. This is identical in virtually every way but the background. And what are the characters' colour this time? There's no one to actually go against in this one. Oh, there is. Yep, very pointless. So it was a complete rip-off of the other one that they had already made. Modo pushing. Or rushing or something. Another rip-off of one of their other games that they already had, so no one cares. And I won't play it. Volleyball. I've been waiting for this one all day. Let's see if I can actually play this one. No, I cannot. I actually like this one a little bit better because it's more of a fair game. Yet I just can't play it for my health. Even though playing a game isn't very healthy in the first place, considering the fact that you are sitting down and you can't move two... Okay, so one person can hit the ball, just like in real volleyball. Can't hit twice in a row. Okay, and the last one, we're at 64, everyone. Let's see the most amazing game. What's it called? Aimless. So we've been wandering aimlessly until we found the right game. And here we are. It's called Aimless. This is it. This is the 64th game that we've been waiting for. This was what we waited for. This was it. Only one thing you can do is shoot birds with wings that look like bats, but they're not bats. They look like dragons, and they're not dragons, so they look like birds. Alright, and that was 64 and 1. I bought this for £20. Oh, I don't like this very much at all. And you know where the batteries go in this one? Do you want to know? On the back. You'd never guess it. Because there's only one little hole and they don't really advertise that this actually comes off. And even when it's tied down, it's still very wobbly and loose. And as for this joystick, I know what I want to do with it because it's not a joystick. It's a nub. It's a... Ooh. Oh, I don't want to tell you, but it's not very good. The LED light just taunts you because it knows that it's watching you. How stupid you look. It's watching you. It's a little camera and they're just laughing at me. 64 and 1 games. £20. Wasted my money. Let's just put it this way. I'm going to turn off the camera and hopefully you see me tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.